Hey everyone, I'm back again and welcome to another edition of PITZWIL Rants. Alright, now this rant is going to be on a rant that I've been meaning to do for a while now. Because I have a lot of things to say about this topic. Okay? Hold on a sec. This rant is going to be on anime and them getting dubbed. Which, for all you noobs out there, that means that an English dubbing company will buy the rights to the anime show, and then translate the voices into English. Now, anime has been around for a long time. Since like the 40s or 50s, I think, maybe even earlier. Japanese animation. But dubbing has not been around for that long because, you know, around that time there was a whole conflict between America and Japan. So, you know, there was no Japanese animation in America back then. And I don't think the first don't correct me on this, I did not look it up, but I don't think that the first dubbings actually came out till like the 70s or 80s. You know, that sounds about right to me. And when anime first started getting dubbed over here in America, they sucked. Okay, simple as that. The first English dubbings of Japanese anime sucked. They were awful. Okay, I mean, they got better over the years. Nowadays, you see all these amazingly dubbed anime like Fullmetal Alchemist and Bleach and hell, even Naruto Shippuden has a better dub than the original Naruto did. You know, it has an okay dub. I mean, Viz Media is a pretty great dubbing company. But there are a lot of people who bash on English dubbing of anime, and those are the people who I am going to attack in this video. Let's see here. Alright, hey, you can see me a little bit better now. It's kind of dark in here. I'm doing this at night, so yeah. So it's like, I don't understand why you people hate on English dubbing so much. Well, actually, yes, that's a lie. Yes, I do know why. But there's the most bullshittiest reasons ever. Like one of my favorites. Okay. One of my favorites is, there is no good English dub. All they ever do is Americanize it, and what? Nah. Okay. 4Kids? Yes, 4Kids is guilty of this, I'll admit, and I'll be doing a rant on 4Kids in the future. They have very few good dubs that they have done, alright? 4Kids are pretty much awful with just a few good dubs. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub was okay. The dub of the original series that they did. And I liked the Pokemon dub at first. I liked the Pokemon dub at first. That is until they started changing around the voices. Anyways, but the 4Kids dub of the first two seasons of oh wow, One Piece. There we go. 4Kids dub of the first two seasons of One Piece was shit. Alright? They completely brutalized it. Oh my god. And luckily though, Funimation, probably one of the best dubbing companies ever, took over after that and like saved it. Okay? They literally saved it. So yeah, but and you know, and Deke is famous for being an awful dubbing company too. Like Deke dubbed Sailor Moon, or the first two seasons of Sailor Moon. It was shit. Then some other dubbing company took over, which I don't remember what it was exactly, and it actually wasn't half bad. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is that there are good dubs out there. Alright? The Full Metal Alchemist dub is probably my favorite dub ever, and it was dubbed by Funimation. Alright? Naruto Shippuden dub, pretty good. It was dubbed by Viz Media. The Bleach was is being dubbed by Viz Media. It's an amazing dub. I don't know who dubbed Cowboy Bebop, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of Cowboy Bebop, but it had a great dub though. Alright? I mean, come on, people. And another thing is that people say, "Oh, it's not the same if it's not the same quality as if it's in English, because English is evil." Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you get my point. Alright? I mean, what's so bad about speaking in English, alright? When I watch an anime, I don't want to have to fucking pause every 5 fucking seconds to read a really long subtitle, alright? Because that just kills the flow of the... It just kills the flow, alright? If I want to read, I'll get a fucking book. Alright? I mean, granted, there are bad dubs out there, and if I absolutely have to, I will watch the subtitled version, but usually for something like this, I prefer dubbings because I'm lazy and I want to watch an anime. Watch it, not fucking read it. See what I mean? And it's like... But people just completely blow it off to fucking hell. As soon as they find that their favorite series is, their favorite precious cartoon is being dubbed in English, that they gather up their friends in the town villagers with their torches and pitchforks and... Oh my god. And for the... I mean, it's like... And here's another thing that pisses me off. People judge the dub based on one trailer and one voice in that trailer. Alright? Common example? The original voice for Naruto. Oh god, I know where you're coming from, guys. The original voice for Naruto was fucking awful, but it wasn't bad enough to blow it off. I mean, I didn't see the trailer first because I first saw the original Naruto back in the days when I watched the English dubs of those animes, thinking them to be just regular American cartoons. That was before I knew what anime even was. All right. And, I mean, Naruto's original voice was fucking awful, but his original voice didn't last that long. I mean, he stopped saying "believe it" after like 30 episodes out of 220 in the original series. Yes, that is including the fillers, because obviously you still heard his voice then. And eventually they just changed his voice actor. I mean, they had to, or voice actress in his case. I actually thought that concept was really funny. I mean, they had to have for his voice to actually get halfway decent. I mean, that's the only explanation. But I didn't blow the whole series. I mean, I felt like putting a gun to my head when I first heard his voice. But that died down before too long, and I did not blow the whole series off based on his voice. And now look at it, it's one of my favorites, especially Shippuden, which is far superior, and his voice is actually extremely highly respectable for his character. You know, another thing that I don't like about English, I'm just gonna say another thing that I don't like about English dubs right now, is that when you watch that I do like about English dubs, I don't like about Japanese about the Japanese is that when you watch the Japanese version, there are two generic voices for a Japanese anime in the Japanese version. There's a strong, manly voice that is usually placed on the male character, no matter how nerdy that they are, or no matter what part of Japan that they're from, or even if they're supposed to be from another country. And then there's the sweet, innocent little girl voice that seems to be put on all women, even the tomboys. No matter what part of Japan they're from, no matter what nation that they're supposed to be from. And I just don't like that. I mean, in Japan there are no accents. Here in or at least none that can be that are recognizable by standard red-blooded Americans such as myself. But here in America, there are accents recognizable to Americans. Alright? There's the Western accent, there's the Southern accent, the Northern accent, and the Eastern accent, and lots of accents in between. Plus there's different types of voices for male and different types of voices for female. Alright, so, I mean, for one thing, if like characters are not on scene, but you can still hear the voices, you can usually tell who that character is, for one thing. And it's just like, that's another reason why I don't like watching the Japanese version, is because it's hard to tell which character's which if they're not actually showing them in general. Alright, all you can tell is male or female. That doesn't tell me a lot. I'm not saying that the Japanese voice actors don't do a good job. They do a superb job. I mean, but there are anime out there that the original Japanese voice actors admitted are better in English. Fullmetal Alchemist is probably the best example I can think of. Alright, the original Fullmetal Alchemist dub was so good that even the original creators and voice actors admitted that the dub was better than the original, okay? They admitted so themselves. And another thing, since the original creators are the original creators, they have the right to go through and take out voices if they don't like them. Alright, so, yeah, clearly they must like all of or the majority of the voices if they're letting it pass. Alright. I don't really know what much more there is to say here. Except, oh yeah, another thing is I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, the Japanese are done by professionals who probably already famous for something else, while the English is just doing it to get them is just using this as a stepping stone to bigger acting careers. Which sometimes, yes, that is true, but that's a load of horseshit if you're saying it's all the time. Prime example, Johnny Young Bosch. Johnny Young Bosch was a live-action actor before he was a voice actor. He was the second Black Ranger in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Adam Park. Alright? And then he became a voice actor, and he's also the lead singer in a rock band, iShine. I'm not exactly sure when iShine started, though, so I can't confirm if that was before or after he started becoming a voice actor. But you know what I mean, and I'm sure Johnny has done other voices, or has acted in other things too. And if you don't believe me that he's a voice actor, he voiced Ichigo Kurosaki in Bleach. He voiced Renton Thurston in Eureka 7. He voiced Spike in Trigun. Let's see, who else did he voiced Sorcery of the Red Sand in Naruto Shippuden. I can't think of any more right now off the top of my head. But, yeah. And there are other great ones too, like Wendy Lee's an amazing one. She voiced Haruhi Suzumiya in The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I mean, honestly, I think the Japanese voice of Haruhi was better, but then again, that was a tough act to follow. Alright. And this is probably going to go into two parts here. And another great one is Crispin Freeman. And, you know, Stephen J. Blum is also really awesome. I mean, he voiced Zabuza Momochi and Orochimaru from Naruto. He voiced Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Let's see here. Who else did he voice? I can't think of any other anime characters right now, but he voiced Tom from who was the host of Toonami before Toonami went down, unfortunately. And plus he did lots of voices for American cartoons too, as well as lots of voices for video games. Probably both American and Japanese. So, you know, probably both American and then the Japanese dub, or the English dub of the Japanese version. So, yeah, I mean, he's a pretty famous voice actor too. And so you people critique English dubs based on just a few things that are bad with them. And that is absolute horse shit, okay? Seriously, I mean, you guys seriously need to watch a good English dub. And I know there's people who just don't watch them anyways because it's not the original Japanese version, so it's automatically evil. Seriously though, it just pisses me off that English dubs gets bashed so much. And people say, well, if you're too lazy to read subtitles, then don't watch it. Well, it's not that I'm too lazy to, even though I think I said that I was earlier on this rant. But it's not that I'm too lazy to. It's just that it takes away from the flow of what's happening in the story if I have to pause every 5 seconds to read a 2 or 3 line subtitle. Alright, when I'm watching a 30-minute anime episode, I don't want to take over an hour to watch it because I have to pause so much. Okay? I want to take 30 minutes to watch it. Straight through. Okay? And that's what English dubs are for. Now, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier on in the rant about, yes, there are bad English dubs. I'm not going to try to lie to you here and say that there aren't, because there are. Like I said, the first 2 seasons of One Piece were shit. The first 2 seasons of Sailor Moon were shit. I'm not going to say that the start of Naruto was shit, because really the only voice I didn't like was Naruto himself. So I'm not going to say it's absolute shit based on one voice like a lot of you people do. Because it wasn't. I mean, most of the voices were really good, actually. And so, yeah. It's like, I just don't get it, okay? I mean, and another point too, I'm glad I remembered it, I won't bring it up. Another point is that people say, well, you know, like when you read the subtitles and then you watch the English dub, they're different. Like, they're not exactly the same translation, alright? They're not the same exact fucking translation. And so you get pissed off. And that is probably the dumbest one ever. Okay? Because, I mean, okay, I'm gonna try to do this in a way you people can understand. A word or phrase in Japanese, yes, I'm talking slow so you people can understand. A word or phrase in Japanese can mean multiple words or phrases in English. It is literally, theoretically, well, not theoretically, it is literally impossible to get the exact translation. That's why the English dubbers usually do the best they can. I mean, Funimation and Viz Media are amazing dubbing companies. They are not bad dubbing companies at all. Alright? Alright, and they do the best damn job that they can to get the closest translation possible to the original version. But it's impossible to get it exact. Because one word or phrase can mean multiple words or phrases in or a Japanese word can mean multiple words in English. Alright? I dare you to try it. Go online and go to a English dub or Japanese English translator and type in a word in the Japanese section, and I guarantee you that almost all the time, that almost every single time, you will find a Japanese a Japanese word, or I mean multiple English words for the Japanese word that you put in there. Almost every single time you will, okay? And of course this probably won't matter either to the Japanese weeaboos. They'll keep, and you know, those said Japanese weeaboos will probably be putting hate comments in the comments below. Because of this video. But you know what? I really don't care. You know, and I'm not going to get into the weeaboos here because I have another video planned for that. Probably. But, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just stupid. Seriously, weeaboos, stop it. I am a proud otaku anime fan, okay? But just seriously, it's annoying, alright? And I can't stress this enough. I seriously can't. I mean, seriously. So, I think I'm going to end it here. Just remember, there are good English dubs out there. And I mean, remember, Cowboy Bebop, even though I don't like it, Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto even not the original, even the original Naruto dub wasn't terrible. Naruto Shippuden, Bleach. Here, what else here? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, from what I've heard, even, and whatnot, and hell, Evangelion too had a great dub. Hell, even Elfen Lied, which was a borderline hentai show, and even it had a great dub. I'm not sure who dubbed Elfen Lied, but it was a borderline hentai show, and even it had a great dub. You know, and obviously it was a horror show with lots of blood splattering too. Death Note had a great dub, you know, and lots of other shows have great dubs if you just give them a fucking chance. Alright, I know this video probably means absolutely nothing to the Japanese weeaboos, and I am prepared for all the hate comments that I am probably going to get. So, I guess I'll end this rant here. After the first 2 minutes, I probably got like 100 hate comments. Oh, wow. You people are fucking... Oh, my God. Anyways, see you guys after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.